facing my fears. What I learned from failure, let me tell you about the time I failed so hard, I thought I would never recover. But somehow, I did. And weirdly enough, it turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me. I used to think of failure as this dark pit you fall into. Like once you are in, there's no climbing out. People say things like fail forward or learn from it. But when you are actually face down in the wreckage of something you really wanted, those words feel useless. A year ago, I started a business. Nothing fancy. Just an online store selling handmade desk organizers. I had this idea during the lockdowns when everyone was working from home and trying to make their spaces more functional. I spent months designing the products, sourcing eco-friendly materials, building a site, taking photos, running ads, all of it. I burned through my savings and maxed out a credit card. I thought, if I go all in, it will work. That was my mindset. No plan B, just belief. The launch was underwhelming. A few friends and family bought things, a few strangers too, but it never took off. I kept pouring time and money into it for months. Tried tweaking the website, offering bundles, free shipping, giveaways. I even got a local influencer to post about it. Nothing stuck. The worst part was waking up every day with hope that maybe today would be different. Maybe sales would spike. But most days, there were zero. Not even a cart abandonment. Just silence. 6 months in, I had to shut it down. I had no money left. I was behind on rent, dodging calls from the bank, eating instant noodles for most meals. I remember sitting on the floor of my apartment with unsold inventory stacked around me, thinking, this is it. I gambled everything and lost. That failure messed with me in ways I did not expect. I avoided people, ignored texts, scrolled past every success story I saw online like it was a personal attack. I felt ashamed, not just because I failed, but because I believed I was someone who would not fail. Turns out, belief alone is not enough. But after a couple weeks of self-pity and binge-watching garbage TV, I started writing. At first, just to vent, I wrote about what went wrong, about how I ignored red flags, about how I thought passion would be enough. I wrote every day, not to post or publish anything, just to get the chaos in my head onto paper. And somewhere in that process, I started seeing things clearly. I realized I had not validated my idea properly. I assumed people wanted what I was making. I was so focused on creating beautiful products that I did not ask whether people actually needed them. I learned that marketing is not just shouting louder, it is knowing who you are talking to and what they care about. I also realized I was trying to build a business from a place of ego. I wanted to prove something, that I could make it on my own, that I was not like everybody else. That was a hard pill to swallow. Eventually, I got a part-time job doing admin work at a startup. Humbling, but it paid the bills. I kept writing on the side. Not about business, just about life stuff. I noticed things I struggled with. One of those posts went viral on Medium, then another. Before I knew it, people were asking me to write for their sites, their newsletters. I started freelancing. Nothing big at first, but enough to keep me afloat. Fast forward to now, I make a living as a writer. Something I never planned for, never studied. And honestly, I am more fulfilled than I ever was running that store. Not because this is easy, it is not, but because I feel aligned with it. I like getting inside other people's heads. I like putting words to things people feel but cannot articulate. Here is the kicker though. None of this would have happened without that failure. If the store had done Okajist, okay, I probably would still be running it. Still patching holes, still chasing trends, still wondering why it did not feel right. I would not have stopped. It took a hard crash to shake me out of it. Failure forced me to pause, to reflect, to stop pretending I had it all figured out. It stripped away the noise and showed me what I actually care about, what I am actually good at, and maybe most importantly, what I am not good at. So yeah, I failed, badly, but it did not kill me. It taught me how to be honest with myself. It taught me that resilience is not some epic quality, it's just getting back up. Even if you're going through it right now, if something you built just collapsed, know this. It is not the end. It really does. But something else is on the other side of this. Maybe not what you expected, maybe not what you wanted, but maybe what you need.